Hello, hello. Today is May 28th, 2025. I'll talk about this news here about Trump pardoning this TV couple, reality TV couple. And this is news from today, and it ties together with other things that I will mention that is happening in the world, which has been in the media focus. And the interesting thing is that um, I've been able to tell you that there is a theme going on, and we see it being shown to be valid, basically. So let me talk about this for a while here now. So yeah, May 28th, Trump is pardoning this married couple, like he's pardoning a couple, a marriage, you see. So this goes hand in hand with a theme which is in this world of marriage. So we see Cannes Film Festival here, the winner of Cannes Film Festival. It was just an accident. You see a married couple. So this was the 24th of May. You see Macron, his wife is pushing him May 26th. She's pushing him in his face. This is a video that went viral. Then you see this museum shooting event. They were going to get married, as it says up here, engagement ring. It's a focus on that. The reason for this is, some people believe in conspiracies, and I don't. So how would I explain this? Right? Normally, yeah, as I said, normally someone would be a conspiracy theorist. Someone is planning all of this, you know. But the truth is much worse or much scarier. No, I don't know if it's scarier. I mean, the truth of what's really going on here is really not what anyone, like a regular person out here, would rather believe in or would rather prefer a conspiracy. Okay, why is it like this? Well, it's because conspiracy is a form of a sense of control. Something is in control. Someone is in control. But the reality is that there is a lack of control. These news that come into the front page news, you know, front page news. Macron is pushed in the face of his wife. Front page news. Cannes has a power outage, electrical power outage. Then later, front page news again. You have the winner, married couple. Front page news, engagement ring. Front page news. Oh, front page news, pardoning of a couple. Okay. This relates to, as I like to say, or Sindor, you know, as I've been talking about It has to do with India. It has to do with like deep psychological things going on in the culture, you know. So you have, let me repeat quickly, okay? India, 500 million men, and there are there are more men than women in India, the younger population, which means that they have to contend on the same women, you know what I mean? There are less women and more men, and it becomes this competition. So India has this tension, and it becomes, and they decide to name Operation Sindor. And I'm thinking, you know, and now when I see all of this that's going on here, you know, it's so obvious that this is what's happening. Like we're seeing a psychological echo in all of the world. People dying, tension between the marriage, attention to marriage, and strength in marriage. Like marriage things. And so it's a theme. It's like a meme, you know, or it's a egregore, you know, some like to say. The Greek word egregore means wakeful. While people sleep, other things are awake, the egregores. Yeah, it's the shadow, you know, the shadows, the, what did you call it? Um, the shadow mind, you know, the shadow mind, the collective shadow, you know, these things. And, you know, this is the result, you know. There is no, like people go to work. People leave their mind. How do you say? People leave their mind in a in this state of how would I say? You know, hurrying up with things, doing things, and so some deep thoughts are never conceived, you know? Some deep things are never thought about. And so you have this shadow mind, the collective shadow running wild, you know? And you would, like a regular person, would really prefer a conspiracy. Because this, what I'm showing here, is a lack of control. No one can stop this, you know. No one can stop this. No politician, no nothing, you know. Nothing can stop this. This kind of thing that you see here going on. It's the psychological things going on, and it's just unstoppable. And that's what's happening. And you know, people cannot see this. I don't know what's the problem. How can you not see this? I'm just, what kind of people am I dealing with? Is there any point to do videos at all? Well, uh, at the same time, because of hatred, yes, hatred is an, a way to not wake up to these kind of things, because you would focus on something else here, maybe their ethnicity. You would the focus on the ethnicity, the focus on um, bankers here, the focus on um, yeah, this is pretty clear what's going on. Okay, but here, focus on bankers. Oh, someone just laughs at him, that old banker, and over, I don't know what to do this. Over there, people start thinking about, you know, the right kind of people get pardoned. Um, People start thinking about jealousy, hatred, and they start thinking about um, like maybe some kind of shallowness, that people on TV, they are physically beautiful, and so in their appearance, and so people maybe get jealousy and things like that. Focus on that. So this hatred stops uh, a realization of what's really going on. So you see, if you don't hate, you see this marriage here, you see the marriage there, you see the marriage there, you see the marriage there, and the electrical outage, and you see them. This news here of electrical outage on May 24th, piggybacking, or this strengthening each other. And this is what's really going on. And it's like, I don't know why people cannot see this, um, uh, and that's the thing. Yeah, like, even thinking in this way is scary, to most people. This is scary, okay, because it means a absolute lack of control. What's happening up here? People are suddenly dying, what's happening? Suddenly dying. What's happening over here? Oh, a president is suddenly being physically molested a bit, you know, by his wife a bit, Oh, no control, and that's not what people want, Yeah. So this is what's happening. This is still what's happening, because I can tell you a few ways of seeing this. So first of all, I told you a long time ago that this is what's happening. Okay. First of all, I told you during Sindor, Operation Sindor, that this is going to stick. This is going to be something here. It's about the wife, the Sindor makeup that the Indian or Hindu people do. Okay. In India. Okay. I told you. So yeah, this is kind of like, for some people this is a nightmare how it really works. That um, no, it's like no one is safe. Like in a regular kind of thinking of, like, think about. you can compare it with Newtonian physics of bricks just hitting each other. And what I'm talking about is suddenly some kind of quantum physics, in comparison. People want a simpler way of seeing the world so that there is a control, so that there is a remaining of a state of security and safety, because what I'm talking about is unsafe. This is like what you're seeing around you here is unsafe. It's like a stormy ocean of reality, where no one really is in control, except for those that can see what's going on. And the closer you can see what's going on, what does that mean? It means that you can affect initial conditions of of something. Initial conditions. It's like before everything starts moving around, the initial conditions. That's where the butterfly effect is doing things. Yeah. So, um, yeah, um, no one is saying what's happening. Like maybe some of you are seeing it. Congratulations. Um, and if you do see this, then you're one step closer to being able to I mean, as I see it, getting as close to the initial conditions is is a really good thing, you know. Also, yeah. And some of you, some of you don't know what I mean, and it's about like when it comes to chaos. Like, sorry, I have to fix something in my nose. Okay, okay. Um, when it comes to chaos, how do you say? Dynamical systems, it's called. A dynamical system. When it comes to chaos, it is sensitive to initial conditions. That's what they, that's how you properly describe it. It is sensitive to initial conditions in the way that the initial conditions decide how, like, what is going to happen, basically. It decides in what way is the chaos going to turn, by a very minute change, a very small change, a very small effort, a very small effort, like it's very low. How do you say? Very little energy is necessary to affect initial conditions. I hope I don't bore people, okay? But what's happening is that, that. Um, so, so this is most probably why I am able to tell you beforehand that this is about marriage, Yeah. So that's it. I could do better videos because I'm not thrilled to do these videos, to be honest, because I feel how do you say? I feel that my audience is like a bunch of traitors, basically. Because why do I feel like that? Let me be honest with you. I feel like that because I show evidence of what's happening, and I tell you beforehand, and then it happens, and then there is a silence, and there is like no upvotes, and no one is tagging me, almost no comments. So yes, there is a reason why I feel like there's a bunch of traitors, basically. And yeah, to be honest, right? But still, I'll do this kind of videos, I guess, um, and this is, what you're seeing here is the front page news, and sure, front page news is also about the the war in the world, the war, yes, but I have found that those kind of news um, are not what the true mind of reality itself. It doesn't like war, basically, as I see it. Okay, why do I say like that? Well, because the kind of inspiration that I have gets silent when there is about to be a war. There is nothing. It's a silence. It's a kind of death, in the inspiration itself. There is nothing, you know? So that's why, and so yeah, it's like I'm looking at it's like I'm studying the collective mind in a way. But anyhow, luckily I have evidence that shows to you that I'm right. So I am not crazy. I'm not, because otherwise I would be wrong. I would be wrong, but I am correct, you see? And so suddenly I am, everything is fine, you see? So, all the front page news are about, has been like, yeah, as I said, there's also about war, right? There's war in the world, and as I said, this is uninteresting, you could say. The war is a form of mental emptiness. There is nothing to draw inspiration from in a war. No, nothing in art, I would say, at least. What I can see, it's like that. There's nothing. Okay. Okay. So that's it. Another video. I'm writing my book. Also, I've been writing about calculus. I'm writing a grand unified theory of everything, which is simple for anyone to grasp what it's about later when I tell it. But this specific one about calculus, I'm allowing myself to go much deeper, so that I just noticed that even the formulas of physics are like birthed in the same way as everything else, and I just find that so beautiful when I find a consistency in everything. And consistency is all about what I'm looking at, when it comes to this kind of news also. Like, it's my way of thinking to look for the consistency. And so I find consistency in how a mathematical formula is born, you know, or not specifically a mathematical formula, but there are other, more specifically, a formula of physics is born from. It's called hylomorphism, and I'm writing about it. Like, the book is focusing around the ancient concept of hylomorphism created by Aristotle. So that's what that's one of the main focuses of the book, and it's amazing. It's so amazing. But yeah, that's how it is. And it's like the same way that like a mathematical formula or a formula of physics is born, is the same way as a eukaryote cell is created. That's so weird to say, but it's like a consistency, a homogeneity in what's happening. Like, it's the same thing, and this sameness is what I'm writing about. This is the grand unified theory that I'm writing, which I'm telling you that it's pretty words. Like, it's a pretty word to say that it's grand, and that's so that it will maybe trigger some of you to try to argue against it also. But yeah, it's I believe it's I'm sure that it's the theory of everything that I'm writing, and the good thing about it is that it's simple also. It's also deep, but it's also simple, so that no one is left out from being able to grasp the meaning. And I think that's wonderful. So I'm writing about that. It takes time. It takes time to do this theory because I'm taking into account that there are cynics that wants to crush me, basically. And that's the truth. That's how it is. There are people that don't wants to do that. Yes. And you never know who is like that also. That's that's how it is. So basically the book has to be able to defend itself from by being well written, and so that it makes a good case for what is unifying everything. And that's what I'm doing, you know. I'm writing about this, and at the same time I'm looking at the world stage and I'm telling you that it was, or here you see marriage symbolism in the front page news. Front page news. What is the chance that they're going to focus on the engagement ring? What is the chance that specifically a couple is pardoned? What is the chance that specifically a married couple is pardoned? Isn't that weird? See what I mean? And if you look at this at the same time as you see this here, why is it like this? Well, you know, yeah. At the same time, you see over here, president being pushed around, you know. There's no control. I mean, there is control, but there's also at the same time a lack of control at the same time, you know, and that's uncomfortable, and it is not what people look for when they have elected representatives. They have elected representatives because they want to feel taken care of. They want to feel safe, but there is no safety. Yeah, that's how it is. Anyhow, um, I hope that this video was like you were able to go through it without feeling too creeped out about what I'm talking about. This book that I'm writing, it's going to make everyone happy. I promise you that. It's not going to make people, it's going to be relieving to read it. It's going to change, as I see it at least, it's going to change people that read it. It's going to transform people and so on. So it's a great thing. So I'll end the video now. See you guys.